Okay, so today I'm in my car running around because I'm trying to get to 3 FSBO Open houses that are happening. I have not cold called these people yet. They just came on the market on a Friday, so they've just been on. It's Sunday today. Normally I would try to make contact before, but all 3 came on after 6 p.m. on Friday, which is usually my cutoff date for calling people because I wouldn't want to be called at that time. And my whole thing is to try to be as helpful as I can to these people. So I feel like calling after a 6 p.m. time is not a good step. So I made some comparative market analysis for all 3 of them that I'm just going to clip my business card to. So when I go to these FSBO, either preview appointments or open houses, I'm there to offer my guidance and my assistance. I'm not necessarily there to say, well, you can't do this on your own. How dare you even consider it? No. Because honestly, I think good for them for doing it on your own. Like, it's a crazy time. If you want to be trying to do this yourself, more power to you. My whole point is that I'm here to make the process easier. If you don't want to deal with these open houses, especially during a global pandemic, call me. I'm totally fine doing it. If you don't want to have your phone calls going off at all hours of the night, because I don't know how many people are as, what's the word I'm searching for? Polite, maybe, as me. It's not the correct word, but whatever. If you don't want to deal with all of that at all times of the day while you're also trying to work, I'm here for you. But these initial things, I'm kind of like, yeah, good for you. It's definitely a seller's market. There's low inventory right now, so they should have zero problem selling their house. When they start feeling like, oh, this might be a little bit more work than I initially anticipated, boom, I'm there for them. Because after I give this, I will send a thank you note, and then I just kind of follow up with random items of value that I think would be helpful for them. I don't start telling them, hey, maybe you should start looking for an agent until week 3 or 4 of my little follow-up plan. Yeah, shout out to Mariah, who's a YouTuber on here. She has been so helpful in getting my cold calling down. Her like non-script script I found is the perfect thing for me. It's really worked out, and so props to her, and thank you so much, Mariah. I love your videos. So if you don't know her, go check it out. But for now, I'm gonna get going because I gotta go check on these horses that I'm kind of horse sitting for. And then I'm gonna see if I can hit all 3 of them. They're a little bit spaced out. I think the furthest one is about an hour and a half from where I am right now, but it will make a nice circle. And what else am I going to do on this crazy Sunday? Nothing. All right, we'll check in later. Okay, just got back from the first one. There's a cute little elderly man who just got married. So he's moving down south, still in my state. I'm in Colorado. So he's just moving down towards Colorado Springs. So now I'm just changing my shoes because I got a little bit of a trek to the next one. It's about 45 minutes or an hour. But I don't like to drive my heels. I like to wear my fuzzy slippers. So we're going to do that. Might get some coffee on the way. Yeah, so that one went really well. It was a really cute house. And he was just adorable, and it backed up to the view of the lake. So honestly, he should get an offer. There was a little family when I was in there with 2 kids and one on the way, and they even brought grandma then the second time to see it. So I think they really like it. So I feel like they should offer for him. And like I said in the beginning, like, my job is not to tell people that they shouldn't be doing this on their own. I'm very much an advocate. If you want to do it on your own, cool. I'm here to help if you need me. So that being said, he should get an offer, especially if they brought grandma back in. He should get an offer, even though it's slightly overpriced. My tactic is to tend to price stuff slightly under market value and try to get some multiple offers in, which ultimately will like drive up the price for people. But if you price too high, you're not going to get the people in to even see it. that one's a little bit tricky because he does have some things that he's going to leave that he's not bringing to his wife's house. So you have to factor those things into, like, it's a jacuzzi, it's a huge entertainment center, and I think the barbecue grill. So that will add some value to his house than it would just normally be if it was just empty. So I hope he gets an offer, and I'm just going to send him a thank you note. I left my CMA there for him, and next week I'll follow up and see how it went. Maybe even on Tuesday I'll follow up and see. And then I'll just start my follow-up game with him. So, on to the next. Woohoo! So, mission accomplished. I made it to all 3 of the open houses that I was trying to go to. First one went really well. I think I gave you guys an update. The second one was a little less receptive to me being a real estate agent. And when I go to these open houses and things and previews, I tell them before I even step foot in the house, I'm a real estate agent. I do not have a buyer. I like to go and look at houses so that when I do find a buyer, I already know exactly which one to bring them to. Because the amount of stories that I've heard from these owners that people pretend to have buyers and then they just bait and switch them. And I mean, I guess that will work for some people. I don't even want to go down that way. So if you're one of those that's doing it, fine. I cannot bring myself to lie to people like that. I find that being much more upfront with who I am and why I'm there is way more conducive to a positive relationship than pretending that I'm having a buyer. So the second open house went well. I talked a little bit to the wife and got the husband to warm up a bit with that. And then the third one was this cute little older couple who have had their licenses in the past but don't currently have them now, so they are just trying to do the Zillow thing to see if they can move the property. So we'll see. I'm gonna send them all a thank you note. I'm gonna send them all my little FSBO mail campaign that I do, and we'll just see how it's going for them. So yeah, it was a very successful day. Tomorrow I'm going into the office, and that's the end of the day. All right.